Hello friends, I hope everyone is fine. During the last whole 1 year, we have always been hearing about the vitamin D. Everyone is talking about the vitamin D, that vitamin D is very important for your immune system. Now, why we need to have a strong immune system? Because we have seen during the coronavirus time that this is only a fight between your immune system and the virus. If you have got a strong immune system, then there are chances that it will fight off the virus. But if you have got a weak immune system, then there are chances that when the virus enters into your body and your immune system is not responding properly, then the virus will have a chance of entry into the cells of your lungs and maybe other parts of your body. Once there, it will replicate, it will increase its number, and ultimately it will harm your body. So you need to have a very strong immune system in order to fight off the virus. Now, one of the things which makes your immune system strong is vitamin D. You can have it from the outside sources, like you can eat fish, you can eat egg, you can drink milk, and you can have supplements. So all of these will give you vitamin D. But the most important source of vitamin D is not from outside sources, but it's from inside of your body. Your body generates vitamin D using the sun rays, especially those sun rays which are ultraviolet B in the range of 280 to 315 nm. And there is a particular thing about this kind of vitamin D which your body synthesizes inside of you. It stays twice longer in your body as compared to the one which you get from outside, either as a supplement or as a food source. And it is working better than the outside source. So in this video, we will see how your body makes vitamin D and what are functions of the vitamin D. Now the functions, let me tell you, the most important function is making your immune system strong, and the rest I'll tell you briefly. So let's see how our body synthesizes vitamin D using sunlight. These sun rays, these are in the range of the 280 and 315 nm, and there are certain advices will I give how to increase your vitamin D synthesis in this winter time. At the end of this video, I'll explain that also. So let's see, if I make this human body, say this is a person, now when the sun rays, and here we make the sun, this is sun, and these are the ultraviolet radiation, and the type of the ultraviolet radiation which we are most interested, these are ultraviolet B in the range of 280 to 315 nm. These are the kind of the rays which we are most interested in. So in our skin, let's say this is skin of our arm. In our skin we have a chemical which we name 7-dehydrocholesterol. 7-dehydrocholesterol. This is present in every human being. Now this 7-dehydrocholesterol, when these ultraviolet B radiation in this range, they strike on this 7-dehydrocholesterol, it converts, in the skin it is converted into cholecalciferol. Cholecalciferol. We also call as D3. So this is the name of the form of the vitamin D, which we call the cholecalciferol, and it is synthesized non-enzymatically. We do not need any enzyme. By the striking of the sun rays, ultraviolet B radiations with the 7-dehydrocholesterol. Now it is carried through the blood circulation to liver. Now say we have got, because in the right upper quadrant liver is present, so this is our liver. It has right and left lobe. So in the liver there is some enzymatic action, and this cholecalciferol, the liver enzyme will add one oxygen and one hydrogen molecule with the cholecalciferol. So that cholecalciferol now will become 25 hydroxy cholecalciferol. 25 hydroxy cholecalciferol, and we also call it the calcifediol. The other name of the 25 hydroxy cholecalciferol is the calcifediol. Calcifediol. Some people write it calcidiol. And this is the type of the vitamin D which we measure in our blood. This is very important point to remember. So from the skin, 7-dehydrocholesterol is converted after its ultraviolet B radiation strikes with it into the cholecalciferol, which is vitamin D3. Through the blood circulation, it enters into the liver, where enzymatically one oxygen and hydrogen is added to this, and it becomes 25 hydroxy vitamin D3 or 25 hydroxy cholecalciferol. The other name of it is the calcifediol, which is the kind of the vitamin D3 which we measure in our body. But before it becomes active in our body to function, it enters into the kidneys. There are two kidneys present. These are known as the retroperitoneal organs. The right one is located a little lower than the left one. These are bean-shaped. These are bean-shaped structure, and from here comes the ureter, and it then opens into the urinary bladder. So inside this kidney, this 25 hydroxy vitamin D3 or 25 hydroxy cholecalciferol undergoes another addition of the oxygen and hydrogen molecule with the help of another enzyme, and it becomes, in the kidney, it will become another component which we call 125 hydroxy cholecalciferol. Cholecalciferol or 125 hydroxy vitamin D3. The other name of it is the calcitriol. Calcitriol. Now this is the active form of the vitamin D3, and what are its function? It has got certain, it strengthens our immune system. It enhances the strength of our immune system. Secondly, it increases calcium absorption from the kidneys itself. So it will increase calcium absorption from the kidneys and GIT, gastrointestinal tract or the intestine. And it will increase the bone mineralization. So this active form of the mineralization, this active form of the vitamin D will make your bones stronger. So these are the four major functions which I had told you that I will let you know that what are three major functions of the vitamin D. So let's recap it. Sun rays, which contain the ultraviolet B radiation in the range of 280 to 315 nm, they strike our skin. Our skin has got 7-dehydrocholesterol, which gets converted non-enzymatically into cholecalciferol or vitamin D3. Remember one thing, the animal source vitamin D which we take in our diet is also in this form. So that also joins it and to be converted, which I'm going to mention in a minute. And those vitamin D which we take with the supplements, they are in the vitamin D2 form. That is a separate thing. So this cholecalciferol, through the blood circulation, it enters into the liver, and in the liver it is enzymatically converted into 25-hydroxy vitamin D3 or 25-hydroxy cholecalciferol with the addition of one oxygen and hydrogen molecule. The other name of this is the calcifidiol, and this is the form of the vitamin D which we measure in our blood, and that is why whenever you look at the reports of vitamin D, they are in the form of 25-hydroxy vitamin D3. From there it goes towards the liver, kidneys. In the kidney, enzymatically with the help of one hydroxylase, it again is added with the another hydrogen and oxygen, and it is converted into 125-hydroxy cholecalciferol, which is also known as calcitriol, and this is the active metabolite. The functions of this active metabolite will be to strengthen your immune system. It will also help increase reabsorption of the calcium from the kidney and the intestines, and it will also increase the mineralization of the bone. So friends, this is how our body generates or synthesizes vitamin D with the help of the ultraviolet B radiations. We need to, whenever how we can increase it, we need to sit in the sunlight. Nowadays it's winter, so the sun rays are not that strong. So we ask people to sit in the sunlight from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. If these are strong enough, then you need to apply sunscreen to avoid yourself from having skin cancer. But if the sun rays are not strong, you need to expose your body to the sun rays. So you need to sit in the sunlight for these many hours and try to be physically active when you are sitting in the sun, because you need not only to synthesize vitamin D in your body, but you need to make it part of the blood circulation. And when you are physically active during this time, then there will be increased circulation in your body, and that increased blood circulation will carry the vitamin D to these different destinations. So it's always better to expose yourself to the sunlight rather than always trying to hide away from the sun. So this is the way our body synthesizes vitamin D3, and these are the reasons we need to have vitamin D. If you think the video is good, hit the like button. If you think it can help someone else, please share it. And if you haven't yet subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel and also press the bell icon, because I'll keep on making these videos on this channel in the coming days. And thank you so much for watching this video.